So there's a Reddit mod who lost his job as a Reddit mod, if you can even call it that, and his response was to start calling the United States Congress. If you're wondering how those two things connect, so am I. The guy in question goes by Stale2000, real name Bryan Wade, and he used to be the head moderator of r/LivestreamFail. That's a subreddit with about 3 million people where they post clips of streamers embarrassing themselves, which I guess is good preparation for what he was about to do himself.
This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform.
Now, we've all heard the jokes about Reddit moderators. Power hungry, terminally online, acting like banning someone from a subreddit is the same as being a Supreme Court justice, and usually those stereotypes are exaggerated. But every now and then someone comes along who doesn't just fit the stereotype, they make it look like an understatement.
Reddit moderators have power. They have influence. If you're one of the people who is joking about like internet janitor duties or whatever, I'm sorry to tell you, it's funny jokes, but you are wrong. Reddit moderation does matter.
Stale is that guy. He genuinely thinks he's uncovering some big conspiracy involving Reddit, Twitch, and the government. He hasn't, but he's trying to expose it anyway. Because apparently when you lose your unpaid internet position, you become a whistleblower, even if the only thing you're exposing is yourself. Now, you probably know this guy from the drama back in January 2026. There was this project called $1 Million Fan that showed up online. It was supposed to be a reality show with a $20 million prize, filmed at a luxury mansion in Vancouver, Canada, made for Amazon Prime Video. Stale pinned a promotional post for this show at the top of r/LivestreamFail. The subreddit was even listed as an official partner on their website. When people asked if he was getting paid for this, he said no, he just reached out to the organizers because he thought it was interesting. Then people started looking into this thing and it didn't look good. The photo of the mansion on the website's front page turned out to be an AI generated stock photo. The domain was registered in Iceland. The prize amount kept switching between 20 million and 10 million with no explanation, and even the rules itself also said approximate retail value of each prize is $0. So people started leaving comments calling it a scam. And what did Stale do? He started deleting those comments because nothing says this is legit like personally deleting any criticism. Then on January 13th, Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, put out a video called "This Twitch streamer show feels like a huge scam." And within 45 minutes, the $1 Million Fan website just disappeared. Their Twitter, Discord, TikTok, YouTube, all gone. Almost like they had something to hide. Following the investigation, Reddit's Code of Conduct team removed Stale from the LivestreamFail mod team. Now, he was head mod for about a year, and he blew it all up by promoting something that looked like a scam and then deleting comments about it, which it turns out is one of the things you're not supposed to do as a moderator. But the $1 Million Fan situation was not his first controversy. He had issues before this. Stale became head mod in mid-2024. He said himself that he got the job through a stupid game of Reddit mod politics. And pretty much right after he took over, things went bad. The other mods accused him of abusing his power. They held a vote, and every single one of them, every single mod, unanimously voted to remove him. So what did Stale do? He refused to step down. Instead, he kicked all of them out and brought in his own people. He brought in a power mod, some guy who moderated like 200 subreddits and made him second in charge. The mods he kicked out put together a 10-page document detailing everything he did and sent it to Reddit. And Reddit's response was apparently to do absolutely nothing, allowing Stale to remain in power for over a year until the $1 Million Fan thing finally caught up to him. After getting removed following the $1 Million Fan disaster, most people would probably just lay low for a while, maybe take a break, maybe remember that being a Reddit mod is a volunteer gig and not an actual job. But Stale is built different, in the worst possible way. He uploaded a 21-minute video directly addressing Steve Huffman, the CEO of Reddit, aka Spez.
Now here's the most important part of the video, Spez. This is a direct message to you and only you. I want to talk about how this whole situation is a direct result of the lack of support that Reddit, the company, gives to its moderators. Yeah, I did the partnership. Yeah, I didn't look into this as much as I should, and I trusted kind of agencies and live streamers when I should not have. And I did delete comments, which I thought would have been borderline defamatory if the situation wasn't, I guess, a scam, even though it technically hasn't been proven to be a scam yet. But despite all of that, there is still massive kind of like problems at Reddit, the company, due to the lack of support that caused this.
He also emailed it directly to Spez's inbox. And what he says in the video is not something that would come out of a sane person.
If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had lawyers that were helping me, like reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements, none of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened.
It's the kind of thing where you're not sure if it's real or an elaborate bit. But unfortunately, it appears to be completely sincere.
To summarize, Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers, not because they deserve respect or anything, but because they actually have real power and influence. I mean, if not for the world, at least over your $50 billion company, maybe if you gave them actual support, it could go from 50 billion to 100 billion.
So to summarize, his arguments is that Reddit should have given him, a volunteer moderator, access to corporate legal infrastructure. And because they didn't, it's kind of their fault he promoted scam. Now that's like crashing your car into a building and then suing the driving school for not teaching you about walls. He also announced Sub Alliance, basically a talent agency for Reddit mods. If you go there now, it's just people making fun of him. After the Spez video went around, Moist Critical made a response called Reddit mod got removed and made a wild video. Charlie was actually pretty nice about it. He said he felt bad for Stale and wished him well.
Again, I do actually feel bad for him because this is clearly a position that meant a lot to him, and I'm wishing him the best going forward.
But Stale was not interested in taking the L gracefully. He continued defending Million Dollar Fan, claiming there was no definitive evidence it was a scam and accusing Charlie of irresponsible coverage. Then he went on a live stream and had a Google Doc open on screen. The doc was titled Plans Drama with a section called Do Reddit Mods Have Power video series. And on stream he said that he could destroy Charlie.
Destroy Charlie by doing this. Oh shit, like do I do this? Two. Destroy Charlie.
In his response video, Stale actually admitted something interesting. He said he ran LSF with borderline dictatorial powers for over a year. His point was, if he could do that and nobody stopped him, then you should be worried about what other mods are doing. And he might be onto something there, but when you're making the argument right after getting caught abusing your power, it's a tough sell. It's like an arsonist giving a TED talk on fire safety while waving around a Molotov in your hand. So after all the backlash, Stale tried to change his image. He posted a YouTube video titled The 4 Layers of Irony, which seemed like an attempt to rebrand himself as doing meta commentary. He was trying to make it seem like he was in on the joke. It didn't work. Then in February 2026, he did something new. He started calling the House Oversight Committee. For context, in late 2025, the House Oversight Committee held private meetings with people from Reddit, Twitch, Discord, and Steam about online extremism. Steam being the only good guy there. They made transcripts but haven't released them yet. Stale decided he was going to be the one to make them release those transcripts. He called them the Twitch and Reddit files. And he spent 3 days calling staffers and demanding they release these documents. Day 1, they told him to call back. Day 2, they said they'd look into it. And day 3, they said they knew who he was and said the committee was aware and working on it. He tweeted day 3 they are aware, like this was some kind of major breakthrough. I have no idea what he thinks is in those transcripts, but the image of him calling Congress over and over because he lost his mod job is honestly just sad at this point. As of now, those transcripts still haven't been released, but Stale has moved on to his next project. He announced a new subreddit called LivestreamFail and is actively recruiting moderators for it. His Twitter bio still describes him as a professional Reddit internet janitor. I guess he learned absolutely nothing. And after everything that happened, he's still out there doing the same thing. At the end of the day, it's night, and if you ever find yourself making a video demanding that you be treated like a celebrity, maybe take a step back. Maybe go outside and consider that the real conspiracy was the main character syndrome you developed along the way. Anyway, let me know if I missed anything important in the comments, and tell me what you guys think about this situation. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you around.